hit that?
I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my fate, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah,
when I hit that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Bridgewater. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
Complete to Rob.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Down carry by Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Bullock's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get wild, man. Get wild, man. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. No gain on this defense.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
They'll take over.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Buccaneers 6, Panthers nothing.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Bridgewater. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
DJ Moore.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Check motion. 40 to go, man, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. 45, Mike, 45.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
54, Delta. Check, block 54, block 54.
On 2nd and a couple. Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. On the ball.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's caught by Howard. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere. 45.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
1st down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a run with McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. To throw, Bridgewater. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Second and 13. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And now Bruce Arians with a play clock running low is going to signal for it. Timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. First throw now for the backup Brady. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point safely through. And the lead is up to 8.
21. Buccaneers 13.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
At the 35-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he finds Howard complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
23 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it, and they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've seen them do much better here after a struggling first half.
And what I like about what I've seen is that they're executing at a much higher rate now.
And Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tampa Bay.
Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Brady on the bootleg, and this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Here's Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
For first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Jones. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
The tackle by...
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brady now to throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Shotgun now for Brady. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second down and goal. Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Buccaneers 26, Panthers.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Carrier. The tackle by Jeremy Chin. A 3-yard pickup.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
45-yard line.
That's it, baby.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
45.
Bridgewater. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now.